Check out these iconic female rock singers, then versus now. Some faces barely change, others, wow, you've got to see it to believe it. Watch till the end. The queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner, escaped a brutal marriage to Ike with only 36 cents and a gas station credit card, eventually building a $250 million empire. After selling her music rights for a massive sum and battling long-term illness in Switzerland, the powerhouse vocalist passed away in 2023. Melissa Etheridge defined 90s rock with her raspy vocals and the anthem "Come to My Window," famously performing bald at the Grammys after chemotherapy. Having survived the tragic opioid overdose of her son Beckett in 2020, she now runs a holistic cannabis business while touring her Broadway solo show. Pop rock eccentric Cyndi Lauper exploded onto the scene with Girls Just Want to Have Fun, though she actually filed for bankruptcy right before her big break. Now an advocate for psoriasis awareness, the Grammy winner announced her official retirement from the road with the massive Girls Just Want to Have Fun farewell tour. Scottish firebrand Shirley Manson fronted Garbage to alternative rock dominance, openly battling body dysmorphia and record label pressure to conform. After undergoing hip replacement surgery that temporarily halted her stage career, she remains the defiant face of the band, actively touring and recording their 7th studio album, No Gods, No Masters. With her distinct lilting mezzo-soprano, Dolores O'Riordan led the Cranberries to global fame with the political anthem Zombie. Following years of battling bipolar disorder and a chaotic air rage incident in 2014, the beloved Irish vocalist tragically drowned due to alcohol intoxication in a London hotel room in 2018. The Bangles frontwoman Susanna Hoffs charmed millions with Manic Monday, admitting her signature side-eye glance was simply because she refused to wear glasses on stage. The 60-something singer recently went viral for her age-defying looks, released a cover album of classic hits, and even published her debut romance novel. Transitioning from the Go-Go's punk roots to the pop gloss of Heaven is a Place on Earth, Belinda Carlisle hid a 30-year cocaine addiction that nearly destroyed her voice. Now completely sober and living a quiet life in Mexico City, she practices Kundalini Yoga and recently released the pop EP Kismet. Powerhouse vocalist Ann Wilson drove Heart to the top with Barracuda, despite enduring decades of cruel industry body shaming and a temporary family rift. After postponing the Royal Flush Tour in 2024 to undergo chemotherapy for a cancer diagnosis, she remains determined to return to the stage with her legendary range intact. The guitar-shredding half of Heart, Nancy Wilson crafted the acoustic intro to Crazy on You, navigating a painful public estrangement from her sister Anne over a domestic assault incident. She finally released her first solo studio album in 2021 and recently reunited with Anne to prepare for their rescheduled tour dates. Starting with the new wave hit Voices Carry, Amy Mann became the poster child for indie independence after buying back her own contract to escape label hell. Though a nervous system disorder now prevents her from playing acoustic guitar, she continues to paint and release critically acclaimed folk rock albums. Piano prodigy Tori Amos revolutionized 90s rock with Little Earthquakes, channeling her trauma as a sexual assault survivor into founding the RAINN organization. Known for her eccentric connection to the spirit world, she continues to tour globally, recently releasing the graphic novel Little Earthquakes to celebrate the album's 30th anniversary. Australian wild child Chrissy Amphlett became an international sex symbol with the provocative hit I Touch Myself, famously performing in a torn schoolgirl uniform. After fighting a dual battle with multiple sclerosis and breast cancer that left her unable to perform, the Divinals lead singer passed away in 2013. Goth rock soprano Amy Lee dominated the early 2000s with Bring Me to Life, later suing her record label for over $1 million in unpaid royalties to gain independence. Today, she composes film scores and continues to front Evanescence, having recently toured stadiums alongside Hailstorm and Muse. Hard rock force Lilsey Hale led Hailstorm to a Grammy win for Love Bites, becoming the first female brand ambassador for Gibson guitars. Known for her relentless touring schedule, she recently stepped in as the temporary lead vocalist for Skid Row, proving her gritty vocals can handle classic heavy metal anthems. As the bald, bisexual frontwoman of Skunk Anansie, Skin shattered Britpop norms with her aggressive vocals and political lyrics in Hedonism. She was awarded an OBE by the King for her services to music and currently hosts a radio show while continuing to tour heavy rock festivals across Europe. Vermont native Grace Potter captivated audiences with her flying V guitar and the hit Paris, eventually blowing up her band and marriage simultaneously in a messy split. After navigating a painful miscarriage and rebuilding her personal life, she returned to the road with the confessional, road trip-inspired album Mother Road. Blues rock powerhouse Beth Hart was once dropped from her label due to severe heroin addiction and an arrest for forging prescriptions. Having managed her bipolar disorder and stayed sober for years, she revitalized her career through collaborations with Joe Bonamassa and famously performed a tribute to Buddy Guy at the Kennedy Center. Welsh vocalist Bonnie Tyler turned a vocal cord surgery mishap into a career-defining rasp, creating the karaoke staple Total Eclipse of the Heart. Still performing over 20 shows a year, she recently released a memoir detailing her 5-decade career and continues to headline nostalgia festivals across Europe. Kim Carnes spent 9 weeks at #1 with the synth-heavy Betty Davis Eyes, a cover song she completely reinvented with her signature Rod Stewart-esque rasp. While she stepped away from major touring, she remains a prolific songwriter in Nashville, penning hits for country stars and occasionally appearing for charity concerts. The original voice of symphonic metal, Tarja Turunen, was famously fired from Nightwish via a brutal open letter that accused her of greed and diva behavior. After secretly surviving a stroke in 2018 without canceling her tour, she has built a massive solo career, releasing rock albums and classical Christmas records.